But you also tackle tough subjects, right? The Western, we don't see ourselves.
The funny thing about that, sorry, cut you off, but that's a great question. The funny thing about that is the fact that we view them as tough subjects. What's tough about us being in the Western? We were absolutely there. I believe the term cowboy was created as a slur to black people. I think that's where the term comes from. From my research and my history, the term comes from, it was a slur, and obviously, like most things, we made it look so good. It was like, get that back. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just representation. We just telling a proper story.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through on this one, right? Because, just looking at like Netflix and media like that, black westerns. Matter of fact, since Django, black westerns are a thing. You get what I'm saying? Black westerns are a thing now. So you got the Bass Reeves show that's out right now. There was a previous Bass Reeves movie a couple of years ago, and then what movie was that with Idris Elba? The Harder They Fall, right? These black westerns are doing numbers because it's about black victory. Like you see black victory, you see black men stomping down. You don't see them getting their feet cut off, right? They're not in dresses. So I saw this little clip right here where Jay-Z said that Cowboy was originally a racial slur for black people. And just like many of things, you break down the language and lingo. The focus is us. We're the focus. And, I took a break from going back and forth with wannabe white supremacist on my page, so that could break this down, because the proof is there. They just want to deny it. For their wannabe supremacy. It's sad when you're a poor white cracker, but you want to be a supremacist. It's different, right? But Cowboy, the story of black cowboys, it's told in these movies. It's told, you see it, but it's just not told to you. The cattle trade was doing numbers. The cattle trade did numbers in slavery and did more numbers after slavery. And then because in the 1800s, Americans say, we could bust these down and make burgers. You know what I'm saying? We could bust these down and get some beef. The good ones. Right? So there was a thing about getting the cows to go from the farm to the railroad. That was a job, to get the cow to go from the railroad from the farm to the railroad. That was a job. You know what I'm saying? Just like all those people that work in the circus, how they gotta handle, they get assigned to an animal, they gotta do all this, they assigned to the animal, right? So if they were white, they were called cow hands. You know what I'm saying? They were the handlers of the cow. They were called cow hands. And just like everything else, you know what I'm saying? They were so focused on us, they couldn't see past being black. It was an envious thing. They called the cow, instead of not cow hands, the black ones, they called cowboys. So just boy, it's just like how Kwame Brown said. Don't nobody say that boy like Kwame Brown. And so that's why it's like that. That's why the cowboys is a thing. And so once black men started making cowboys become oh man, they know how to do it better than us. They're okay, we're cowboys now. No, stick to being a cow hand. You got John Wayne, stick to John Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And we over here with the Jingles, right? because that's the thing about you hear these terms like whenever you hear the term and everything like that, you hear it in sports, you hear it in like for example, right, in football, the slot receiver that that was fast and went deep used to be looked down upon. He used to be like looked at as not good enough to be a 1 or a 2, But then once you get white boys like Julian Edelman and Cooper Kupp, it's like, oh man, you need one. Like that's how you win the championship. You need one of those white slot receivers. You get what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing. Once they get into it, now it's cool and now it's wanted now. That happens in every genre, every facet of life. But so with the Cowboys, it wasn't just black men. It was cowgirls too. The women called cowgirls, men called cowboys. It's just that, of course, there was more men doing the job. But it was also a thing about settling the West. It was also a thing about how the West was settled. And the thing about cowboys, they were issued guns. They got guns. You know what I'm saying? Once you get on top of the horse, on top of the cow, once you get on top of the horse and know how to handle the cow, you get issued a gun. So that's why, the position of a cowboy was looked up to by the whole community. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got authority now. They give you a joint, and now they're protectors of the whole community. That's why when you see movies like The Harder They Fall and the Bass Reeves story, you see these black men out here doing heroic stuff, doing heroic savior stuff, because that's the role. That was their role. They were already that person. Now they have to play that role. They got assigned that. So that's what this whole black cowboy stuff is about. That first picture that you see, that's a famous black cowboy named Nat Love. Nat Love, you know what I'm saying? Because they would love to tell you that you're gonna get a whole bunch of talk from like the Jane Elliots and tell you that, oh, black cowboys were really Native Americans. They were really Indians. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was black. All right, relax. And the second picture, Bill Pickett was another black cowboy. They ain't got no explanation for that. They're like, oh, that's Ike Turner father. You know what I'm saying? So we know their games. We know how they play. Once we do exactly what they demean us, we do it better than them. Now they want to part. It's still going on to this day. But I'm gonna go and get out of here on this one, man. I'm out.